Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are hereby summoned to attend a meeting at Hemsworth Town Council to be held in the main hall, Hemsworth Town Council Community Centre, Bullenshaw Road, Hemsworth, that commenced at 7:15 on the 5th of March 2026 for the purpose of transacting the following business. Item number 1, apologies for absence. No apologies received. Item number 2, declaration of interests.
Chair, can I just request to record and vote on every item, please?
Okay.
Is that for all, Kev?
For
all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said yes for all items. Yeah.
I've got that, yeah.
Yeah.
So as councillors, you need to keep your hand up, Val, just when we're ready. Okay. Item number 3, minutes. To approve the minutes of the council meeting on the 5th of February 2026 as detailed in the minute book 2025-26. Hello.
Do you want to go?
Yes, there's something missing. In exclusion, the meeting was.
Can you use your mic?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yes, in exclusion, there's something missing. The meeting was cut short, and the item on club service was never reached.
That's correct.
That's been brought up to me actually, Chair, is that, yeah, so.
And also not on the agenda again.
No, it's not on the agenda again.
Right.
So yeah, they'll be noted on the next minutes. So with the changes, as Councillor Furness just mentioned, have I got I'll move them. Have I got a seconder?
Is that with those adjustments?
That's with the adjustment.
With the adjustments, yeah.
Mm.
I'll second.
Yeah, so seconded by. All for? Unanimous. Thank you. So item B, to adopt the minutes of the Finance Committee meeting on the 8th of January 2026 and the 5th of February 2026 as detailed in the minute book 2025-26.
That's with that adjustment on the date.
Yeah.
With the adjustment on the dates, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the, have I got, I'll move those. Have I got a seconder with the pardon me, with the adjustments? All for? Unanimous. Item 4, accounts for payments. To confirm the payment of accounts for January 26. Anybody? Carol?
18th, 14th at first. You've got gas and electric, various sites. I have asked for a breakdown on these sites. If we could please get more information on that.
What do you want to do? Yeah, I can't find the payment here, but yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Corona Energy, is it? Yeah, I found it, yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Is that the only one we use now? Because we had a few energy suppliers, didn't we?
We do use others, but the majority are through Corona Energy.
Can I just ask why we need others then?
I can answer that, Chair. Yeah, we use an energy broker, so they broker the best deal for each site, which isn't necessarily always from the same supplier.
Councillor Rushmore?
Can we confirm the payments if there's no money in the
Can you speak up?
Can we confirm? This doesn't even work.
The question, if I may, Chair,
Yeah,
the question was, can we confirm the payments given that there's no money in the account? Yeah, this is the payments that were made. This is to confirm the payments that were made in January. It's not to approve any payments.
No.
Okay, so, sorry.
On the 14th of January as well, there's the rates bill for the community centre, £2,021. I've noticed on some of the other bills that we get charged for removal of waste separately. Household bills, garden waste, household waste, recycling is included. Should that not be included in the community centre rates?
Non-domestic rates, so.
Is it?
It's yeah, it's,
Well, I appreciate that with businesses, I'm not 100% a favour with that. I just find it ridiculous that you get charged each month over £2,000 and you've still got to pay to take your waste away from Wakefield.
Yeah, don't disagree. Same as having to take your own waste up to the garden centre at times when you're already paying bills. Yeah, no. So we confirm the account for payments which is done. Item 5, income, to review the council's income for January 2026. Anybody? No? Okay. Everybody received the paperwork, no problem. Item 6, AGA 2024-25. Consider the formal response to the accepted objections.
do you want me to win at this point, Chair? Yes, that's on the eyes behind the, So, yeah, so, thank you, Chair. So there's been, the external auditor, Little John, have received some objections to our AGR submission for the year 2024-25. Those objections have been sent to us and the council has to formally respond. This item is to decide upon the formal response. The item is discussed in public, however, I should just inform councillors that the objector isn't identified in any of these documents that you have and won't be identified in anything that I report on. But if anybody does know the identity of the objector, it has to be kept confidential. It can't be mentioned as long as this item is in public. Also, one of the items relates to staffing. Now, the general staffing budget can be discussed, but obviously individual staffing matters can't. That being said, Chair, would you like me to go through each objection and my recommend response? So there's 7 objections which have been accepted by the auditor for further consideration. First one was the objection to the treatment of income accruals at the year end, which is box 3 of the financial statements. The objection is in relation to the income from a 2-year tender. It was income of £20,000 from a 2-year tender, which related to the current year and next year, but was entirely accounted for in 2024-25. It should have been accrued at the year end. It wasn't. The objector is correct about that, Chair. I'll respond as such.
Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Accept the.
So,
Are you going through
how the council want to vote on each one as and when they come through, so the chair's recommendation is the clerk's recommendation is that we just accept that objection, yeah?
Yeah. Are we voting?
Yeah, all 4?
No. All 4.
Everybody's agree?
Unanimous, yeah, Chair. The second objection is relating to staffing costs figures and is described as a failure to monitor actual staffing costs against budgets during the year and a much higher than expected annual figure in assertion 1 of the governance statements and box 4 of the financial statements. Also, failure to prepare a staffing cost budget for the year in question. Sorry, no, for the following year during that year. My response is that the level of staffing is monitored as part of the general budget updates. The increase in staffing during that year was 4.15% more than the previous year, which is less than the auditor's threshold for reporting variances. The staffing figure which is reported on the AGAR is correct. Oh, sorry, there is a mention as well of the the figure reported on the AGR being incorrect. It isn't, it is correct. And as far as a failure to prepare a staffing budget for the year, well, that's included in the budget, the draft budget that council has received. It mentions the staffing amounts, so that will be my response to that item.
So are you saying that we didn't go over what we budgeted?
No, I'm not saying that, no. I'm saying it was...
You're saying the figures are correct, that are what we've published, and that
that they were monitored.
they were monitored, and that's all it's asking.
Did that come back to council that it was being monitored? Because I don't recall any staffing budget coming to council. I remember the budget coming to council.
Which has got staffing on it.
I do recall it being said we've had to take more staff on, so that can't have been budgeted for.
You could argue, I suppose you could argue, Chair, that yeah, council has received a general update of spend rather than specific for staffing. That's up to council to decide.
It's up to people. So what's the response? Their suspect response that the figures are correct.
Figures are definitely correct, Chair.
Staff, councillors are updated.
While budgets were discussed, there was no specific staffing budget. Is that?
There was a staffing budget, that's what we're saying, but
It wasn't reviewed.
yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, well, yes, it was.
But updates were given through meetings
In
regarding costing of staff.
general costings.
Yeah.
We got that.
So staffing figures are correct.
Yeah.
Budget updates
Budgets were given,
but
some general budgets, but no specific staffing budget.
So you're rejecting that, what objection,
No.
what the person put in?
No.
You've got 2 points what we've asked for.
Well, little John, that's actually in it, so.
sorry, just to clarify, Chair, Little Johns have accepted it for further consideration or further investigation, if you will. There's no presumption of, I use the word guilt or innocence, obviously that, you know, there's no presumption of right or wrong. It's just, yeah.
So all the staffing costs now, from that date to now, are spot on, yeah?
Well,
So the figures reported are accurate, yes.
So we'll consider the objection depending on our answer.
we'll consider it. So all for the costing is correct. While there was a general budget update, there was no specific one for. Okay, so I'll propose that response. Have we got a seconder? All for?
Yep, about Chair.
Against? No, that's one abstention.
The next one. Failure to comply with financial regulations and public contract regulations in respect of the lease of the Lakeside Cafe Bar. I don't know if any councillor wants to make a declaration of
I'll say public. You can leave, or you can just sit there as long as you don't.
because the item's open to the public, you can stay, just can't vote, just can't speak.
That's fine.
Oh, you can speak only as a member of the public, not as a councillor. Yeah, so I have advice from YLCA and obtained advice from YLCA prior to the motion being approved. So the objection is that the lease of the Lakeside Cafe, what was the Lakeside Cafe, breaks procurement regulations. It doesn't follow the Procurement Act 2015, and it doesn't follow the financial regulations relating to procurement. However, the advice from YLCA's financial advisor is that this transaction doesn't fall under procurement. It is purely, it's a lease of one of our assets to a business for their own use. And as such, it's actually, because of the length of it, it would come under section 127 of the Local Government Act, under disposal of assets, which is fine. We met every requirement under that. So essentially, that's the response is that as per the YLCA's advice, this wasn't a procurement exercise and therefore isn't subject to those regulations.
And again, can you just confirm that that was sought before we
before
got to yeah. Carol?
So standing orders, financial regulations state anything over, has it gone to 30,000 there?
Yeah.
30,000 sounds right, yeah, but again, that's for procurement. This isn't a procurement transaction.
That's just for purchases.
It would, if this was if this was a genuine concession, if the council had resolved to bring in a company to run the cafe on its behalf, that would be a concession. That would be a procurement exercise, and obviously the council would then pay the company. The company may well make money themselves. This isn't that. This is a long-term lease, which is classed as a disposal of an asset.
So, for 13 years,
12.
12 years, we're getting 20,000 a year. It goes up in increments.
After, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter that for 12 years we're going to fetch in over £200,000 just from that
It's
lease.
completely irrelevant.
But
It's £30. It's for the duration of the contract.
So the response is going to be, this is the recommended response, I believe, is going to be, as per the YLCA recommendations, this does not come under that.
It doesn't follow
It doesn't follow the procurement regulations. So if I'll second that, have I got, I'll propose that, have I got a seconder?
I'll second.
All for?
Hands up.
Hands up.
I've got balance.
You've got your vote, yeah?
Have you got file?
You got Val.
Good button spot.
And those against? And
I've got that chair.
any abstentions?
The next objection is to the council receiving a loan from the chair of £10,000 in March 2025, which was subsequently repaid after the year end, but with no minute of approval or loan repayment. And the objector asserts, the objector asserts that this is in breach of financial regulations. They also mention that it isn't accounted for as accrual at the year end. It is. It's accounted for correctly. Regarding approval was sought from full council, but retrospectively, the reason being it was urgent. That was the reason, and that would be my recommended response.
Any comments on that, Carol?
I think in this response, this long was took and we had full council's bless it. We had full council knowing it come to council after.
Yes,
That's what retrospective
that's what we're
means.
saying, retrospectively.
I know what it means.
So just to be clear, I would make that clear in the response as well, that approval wasn't sought prior to the loan being taken out, but retrospectively.
And you said it can be accounted for. It isn't on the AGAR figures. It isn't on end of year figures. It's you put it on. So there's there's a back page to everything, so when payments are not paid, like this year we paid a lot of payments for last year, that would have been on back of this year end, so the loan would have been, ice cream man would have been. Public don't see that, we haven't seen it. No, we haven't, we got told it.
It's their chair, I don't say it's certainly.
Is it online for public to see?
It's definitely public, because we're talking about it. Can I just come back to Councillor Middleton and then Councillor Dixon?
Can I just add? Does that work? Can I just add that it was done in an emergency situation?
But an emergency situation,
But on that day, could we have got everybody in this council, contacted them? Do you agree to this?
that's where a phone call should have been made or a message
But
sent
would
out to all
everybody have
councillors.
answered in retrospect?
It is down to 15 councillors, whether we take loans out or not. You can't just make a decision of taking loans out without full council.
Can I just say,
I'm not arguing about it.
can I just say, people's livelihoods would have been vastly affected.
But
I'm
this
just-
is, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Vicky.
Chair, can I just say this?
The
Hang on,
rules
can
say,
we let them speak, and we'll just,
I
then I'll
understand.
read Councillor Dixon and I'll come back to you, Gavin.
I
Sorry.
understand where Vicky's coming from. This is because we haven't followed the rules. This is what they're saying now, we haven't followed procurement, we haven't done this, we haven't done that. We didn't. So are we saying because it was an emergency, we're right, we shouldn't have asked our 15 councillors?
Okay.
Do you know,
Councillor,
can I just
just let
say,
me respond then,
can I just
Yeah.
say, well, I know how many people were contacted. Yes, it wasn't councillors, it was to make sure, can I do this in this situation?
hang on.
That's-
Records, I think the auditor will rely on facts
Yeah.
rather than opinions. So
Yeah.
the facts are that a loan was taken out due to necessity. It didn't receive full council approval, but it did receive retrospective approval, and that it's accounted for correctly. Those are the facts as far as sorry, Chair. The auditor may very well disagree, but that's for the auditor to.
Mel?
Did you say there were no interest on that one?
There's no interest.
So, Carol, what's the issue?
Because,
Why are we scrutinising instead of thanking? Public say now,
We all-
everybody
we
would
did.
agree that we should be thanking that person, that our
And that
staff
person was
got a wage to
That
go to
person
their
was
families
found.
for a month, and we sat here saying that's wrong.
No.
I'm struggling to understand.
The
I've got-
person got thanked for that day. The thing is, this is the AGAR.
I
This is
didn't want thanking
We didn't want
anyone.
Yeah,
to-
that's
I want
we know
staff,
that.
I want staff to pay mortgage.
And we did
forward
pay
on bill.
interest because it were on
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, it didn't.
You didn't
There
pay
were
it.
£90 on top.
No, there wasn't.
No,
There wasn't.
Carol, would
that
you
is
have
the
done
point.
it?
Anyway,
No.
can I just bring it down? So, Ian's not had a chance to speak on this, we'll let Ian, and then we'll take it to a vote.
Moving forward on this, regarding contacting 15 councillors, yeah, that would have been just about impossible. But we only need a quorum to make a decision in council. I'm quite sure we could have got 5 councillors.
Decisions couldn't have been made, a meeting couldn't have been arranged, it was literally the very day.
The Zoom call with 5 councillors.
That's a good idea, Chair. It's a good comment, but I don't think it really alters the response
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
to.
So
The factual response,
Moving forward.
moving forward, yeah,
Could be done.
possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I know there's been other smaller amounts, but there's other been money paid out for things and not done. Like, Councillor McGuinness bought some selection boxes, I know they're only peanuts, but
250 quid.
But still, it didn't come to council afterwards. I know of previous councillors who paid for glassware repairs going beyond us.
The difference is, Sean, this is the AGAR. This is what you're required
they
to
should have gone in AGAR.
Yeah.
So the
This is
response,
why it's been reported.
so the response to this is that it was an emergency situation, a decision was made to give the councillor interest-free loan. Hang on, one next bit. and it was retrospectively approved by council. Is that basically?
That's it, it was accounted for properly.
And it was accounted for properly.
Can I just ask what, you said kind of the £90 on top what?
I'll get back to you with them figures, but when we got the paperwork,
There was no.
I can show you what went to
no
my bank account and it was
benefit.
exactly
I know what
wrong.
you're saying. I
There
know
were
what
no
you're saying.
benefit.
There was no.
There were no £90
I lost.
benefit.
But the question is,
I lost money in interest.
the question there then is,
We're going to move on because
but why weren't we informed if that was February, I believe?
if you remember at the
It was February,
Marches.
wasn't it? February, March.
Marches,
Why did that not flag that we were going to be
because
short?
I sought, that's a different question, this is about the AGAR motion, so.
That's it.
It's a different question.
This
This is
looking
a,
at
it's a
finances.
different question.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. We're sticking to item agendas. So, I suppose that's all it was an emergency situation.
Can,
We're moving on anyway because
can I suggest we just hold for a minute or two till
Yeah, so,
Andrew's got things sorted?
so it was, it was, yeah, retrospect, it was a decision made out of necessity, retrospective approval was sought, and it was accounted for correctly.
Can I just say,
So-
how can you retrospectively disapprove when you've already done it? And the main thing here,
all,
people's livelihoods are at stake, that's to pay your budget. That's
so
not-
moving on, so as a vote on this motion, I'll propose as per the chair's, the clerk's, recommendation to the, proposal response. Have I got a seconder for that? Gary?
What is it?
All for?
Emergency situation. We were expecting 1 minute, so
Yes.
I'd wait to see it's about.
All against?
I've got that.
And abstentions? Yeah.
Can I just say, I know I'm interrupting, but the public were aware what went on, that attend the meeting, we applaud what was done. You save the council, you save the staff, you need to be applauded for it, as council needs to say. You did what needed to do in an emergency situation.
And I don't want to be at all.
I think anybody would have lent it. It's not the point that it's being lent, it's the point that it's gone against the regulations.
Can we just have some,
That's why we're being done.
have some order, we're getting on to this
I
next
find it quite
option.
sad that
Can I just
someone has brought
have
it
some
to
order
me.
and we can go
I
on to
really
this?
do. I really find it sad.
So, the next objection is in relation to compliance with financial regulations in preparing a budget. So, this, right, so this is the budget for 25-26, which is the current financial year, but it was set in the financial year 2024-25. So, the objection relies on, so councillors were given various draft budgets, but weren't given a budget for a 0% increase. The reason being it was seen as it was ill-advised. I think was the best way to put it. Council did vote for a 0% increase. They didn't have a specific budget for that. However, I won't propose a response to this personal chair, but I will sort of suggest that councillors did actually have draft budgets to hand. So they did and obviously did consider the financial regulation just says before setting a precept, the council must calculate its council tax requirements in accordance with the council did consider that. So Yeah,
Anybody?
that's,
Anybody got any response on that one? No?
So what did you stop? I didn't get it.
Response is, we did consider it.
You did?
It's the one that you proposed about an
I know
0%.
what I know what I.
So did you consider a not what an 0%?
Of course I did, yeah, I still consider it now.
There's the
Yeah,
answer,
I
there's the
voted
answer.
again this year.
There's the answer.
Consider it. What about me?
I'm taking for your objection about
for
it.
a question from councillor.
Get it?
Can I just say that by proposing a 0%, we got into a lot of difficulties that year, and I think it was an irresponsible way of going forward.
We need to keep on track regarding this. We need to keep on track regarding this motions.
I
Rebecca?
just want to say that even with a 0% increase, I think we should all, well, the ones who've been working it all out should be very proud of the fact that we're only 8k overdrawn on a 0%.
I want to keep the meeting to facts and let's just.
So, really, the thing for councillors to consider is, did the council consider everything when it made that decision, basically? Did it make that?
No.
Did it consider, or did it not?
Well, we did consider other
That,
budgets.
obviously the objector is saying that the council didn't.
Well, we did, because he proposed some.
That's,
So can I just say, no matter how you, correct me if I'm right here, Clerk, no matter how you voted, we are going on, it was passed, so did the council as a majority consider the 0%? So, yeah, so, Ian?
Personally, I didn't consider the 0% because we only had 3 proposals put in front of us. So I considered the 3 proposals that were put in front of us.
Have I got a proposed response for which we sending them?
Are you saying that there was no budget for 0%?
No, it's saying councils did not consider 0% budget.
But there was a budget for
So-
0%.
didn't,
No,
sorry.
There was this year, not last year.
Last year, the one Carol.
The chair
Sorry,
asked for
The objection is that the council essentially made that decision without a budget, without a prepared budget, which is true. Can't argue that, that's a fact. It's just a case of whether the council wants to state that it actually did consider the financial implications based on the information that it was given. That's the only question, really. Yeah.
I believe a 0% budget was put in by a councilor.
No, it's
It
not
was
saying that, it's saying, did you consider the implications of a 0% increase when you voted for it?
Well, no, because you didn't propose it.
It's not asking that, it's asking, did you what it's asking, believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's asking, when it was proposed and approved for a 0% increase, did the councillors consider,
Did council know what they were voting
did they not vote for basically?
Well, that's what you're dictating to what it was. You said we can't have the 0%.
If we'd have dictated what it was, then you wouldn't have had a 0% increase.
No, but we voted against it, that's like voting against it.
Did you purposely vote to be in deficit right now? That is what they're asking.
You did.
No, so that's not, it's not what they're asking. Basically, what they're asking is, did councillors basically know what they were voting for? Was it an informed
They did,
decision?
yeah, the 0. They did.
They're not very vocal now, are they?
So
At
that's
least you
not,
know we've been in deficit.
so you, so it's, are you,
So basically, the council accepts the objection. Is that the?
that's the option, do we accept the objection that we did consider a 0%?
So have I got a proposal for that?
But we did consider it, so,
You didn't.
but we did.
The man who's proposing it is saying
We
we
did
didn't.
consider it.
Did you know the implications of a 0%
That's why
increase?
there was a budget put in by a
There wasn't.
councillor. Yes, there was.
There wasn't, Carol.
Can I have some order, please? Can you come through chair, please?
Yeah, and the answer, that budget of 0% was because of the council tax hike of 4.9% from Wakefield and other increases, so we decided a
Just
0% would be better for our public.
If a budget was put in by a councillor, then the council could use that as their basis for making that decision, which means the council would not accept the objection. Council.
Becca?
No, so basically the council made, a councillor made a blind proposal and then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, you sent an email out that evening that said, because you voted on this, you need to produce a budget for 0%.
Well, afterwards.
To which an email came back, that's not my job, I'm not doing that. And then a councillor did eventually come with a 0% budget that was just the clerk's budget built with some figures.
It wasn't a budget pre the
It wasn't a viable
meeting.
budget.
It wasn't a budget pre the meeting.
No, and there was no budget pre the meeting, so no.
So we're basically accepting the objections, is that what you're saying, Councillor Conway?
Yes.
So would you like to propose that? Sorry, I'm moving on, Keith.
I think we're getting confused. We're talking about this year's budget. Not the zero one.
No, this is what.
No, this is
because
for
it was-
26 or 25.
This is for the budget 25, no, it's for the budget 25-26, which was prepared during 24-25. So it's for this year's budget.
The objection is considering the 0% budget. So Councillor Conway has proposed.
So, yeah, oh, sorry, no, go on. Okay, no, I was going to say, yeah, the 0% budget increase was 25-26, the current year we're currently in. The 5% increase is for next year, 26-27. The 8%
Starts in
increase was
April.
for 23-24.
We are now in financial year 26-27.
So, sorry, we're in 25-26
So,
currently.
26-27.
Councillor Furley.
Councillor Fernley, quickly, because I want to move progress.
Can I blow a microphone? Yeah. Going back to that year, the budget was done improperly against financial regulations for something that's not been said before. The budget has to be done at the January meeting and it was done at the February meeting instead, so that was in breach of financial regulations.
And that's totally irrelevant to this question.
Actually, it is part of the objection, Chair. It's part of another part of the objection. Yeah.
So, should we vote on, so Councillor Conway has proposed,
So Councillor Conway has proposed that we
Accept the.
accept the thing is, have I got a seconder for that?
I'll second it.
So all to agree that we accept that decision?
Yeah.
You got Peter's on?
I've got Peter's on.
Those against?
No, sorry,
Oh, sorry.
I've not got everybody.
Sorry, all hands up except for Val. We've got you, Val. You're all right.
He had us all.
What we're doing here?
With me counting.
I've got that.
Yeah. Those against? And objections? Abstentions. Sorry.
Two more. The next,
can we have some order, please?
you object to the terms of reference and delegated powers of the council's committees during 2024-25. One of the objections is that the draft terms of minutes didn't include the number of members, but that was approved at the annual council meeting that year. Motions which were voted and approved on these committees were not specified on the meeting agendas, rather they were recommendations specified within reports. I don't think any. I think decisions were actually reports were given, which may not have been fully agendaed, but decisions made were as per motions. Likewise, the minutes, if it was just a report, no, it wouldn't go into detail, but if it was a decision, it would be. Terms of reference lists a number of facilities which fall into the remit of this committee, but it doesn't state the overall budget. Well, that's decided in the budget anyway. So, the terms of reference delegate the responsibility to safeguard and account for all council assets. The committee didn't review or update the asset register. That was delegated to the asset register working group. And delegated authority on spending is in line with the council's financial regulations, simple as. Finance committee, same regarding membership, same regarding minutes. No recommendations were given to this committee, but you know that's fine. They're able to. They don't have to. Never put any recommendations to town council. Well, true, it can, but it doesn't have to. The finance committee did review the budget. An internal auditor was approved by council. That wouldn't actually come under the remit of the finance committee vote. And policies, policies went to the policy planning and staffing committee, not the finance committee, even if they were related to finance. The finance, policy planning and staffing committee, again, the membership was approved at the annual council meeting. It was changed to the policy planning and staffing committee in terms of reference were changed at the annual council meeting. One of the policies that was approved by the policy committee had an error in it, but I don't think that necessarily invalidates the entire committee. The committee. There are a couple of others, but they don't really actually relate to the policy committee. So, suggested response is to basically there's quite a lot to respond to there. Chair, to put into one.
So I think basically the response, obligation response is we disagree with those.
Some are correct and some are false.
Well, there's one.
Okay.
Certainly one. If I was to summarise it, I would say the response is that the council doesn't accept that there was any fault with the terms of reference, does accept that some of the meetings and agendas weren't as detailed as perhaps they should have been, and that on at least one occasion, it was the abuse, intimidation and rudeness policy, the committee did make a mistake, but otherwise that the council rejects every other item.
Hello.
The recommendations from the internal auditor, which is still not up online by way.
Can we stick to this motion,
Yeah,
please?
this is,
Stop taking things and stick to this motion, please.
The internal auditor picked this up, what you're reading now.
Well, yeah.
Financial regulations not being met, this and other. Do we need to look at what she said before you sign that one off?
No, that would be the responsibility of the full council. So it wouldn't relate to this.
So are full council aware that auditor said financial regulations have been broken?
Yeah, the auditor's report was shared with the full council.
So why can't we sign that off saying that we haven't broke it?
But that's not what the council is saying. So again, the council accepts that the operation of some of these committees wasn't up to standard, but doesn't accept that there's any issue with the terms of reference. That's my recommendation.
I'll second that. Okay, so I'll propose that.
Yes.
Councillor Dixon seconded it. All agree to that proposal?
for that, Chair.
And those against?
Yes, for that, Chair.
And abstentions?
And that's Councillor Middleton. Sorry, Councillor Bushman.
Which is what's last option, yeah. Well,
There's one more. You object to the failure to follow financial regulations and public contract regulations in respect to the ice cream concession contract tendering process. It's basically the same as the lakeside. It isn't a procurement. It's literally somebody is paying us a fee to use our land for their own purposes.
I just sound so nitpicky. He's saying it's not a procurement, so why was it a procurement year before when it had to go out? So what's the difference between them and now?
The simple answer is it wasn't. It's the council does follow a procedure similar to the procurement procedure for, I guess, openness, transparency, and best consideration. It means we basically get we generate the most possible income because we tender it, but there's no legal requirement to do it.
so the recommendation is we didn't need to?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll propose that recommendation response. Have I got a second there?
I'll second.
All for?
Sorry, what's it, what you voting for? I didn't quite get that.
And sorry, are we voting now or explaining, Chair?
So we're basically just saying we disagree with the objection. Don't be quiet.
I want to have some toilets, so I'm going to abstain.
Yeah, for that, Chair.
Those against?
Yeah.
Abstentions?
I'd have to.
Yeah, for that, Chair.
Is that item?
That's that, Mr. Chair, yeah.
Chair, let's have a question on that. All them objections, that cost this council any money?
The threatened it, wouldn't it?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Just to clarify the question, just by putting those objections in, will that cost the council money?
Yes.
It'll cost the council money in the auditor's time.
And how much will that roughly be?
Well, it's £455 an hour.
Right, all right, so we've just read out that we're £8,000. Well, in red.
Could be more.
About half an hour ago. If there's any councillor who sat at this table who's had anything to do with them objections, I'll be campaigning for them to be struck off. End of story. That is it. That's all I'm saying.
Can I just note that I abstained because I didn't go to the toilet?
You wasn't
I wasn't.
full of it. Yeah, that's okay.
I just, yes.
But that's done. There you go. Item 7, use of capital receipt at 1 Bank Street. Consider a proposal regarding the capital receipt for the sale of 1 Bank Street. Would you like to go through these vote line by line effectively?
Well, no, just
No.
uh,
Do you want to?
in the microphone. What I just said, the reason for this is to ensure the proceeds of the disposal are handled transparently as a capital receipt, to allocate a defined sum of capital improvements to allotments, and to safeguard the remaining funds pending future lawful allocation by full council. While we're on 1 Bank Street, I'd like to mention one thing. I've been looking at the free information you can get from the land registry, and I've noticed up on the anomaly, there's not an entry for 1 Bank Street, there's 2, there's also one for flat 1 Bank Street. So that'll have to be sorted out.
Where is the flat? I'll note that.
Yeah, and I'd also like to mention that it's showing a figure of £110,000 as it was last sold for on the 6th of April 2001. With the increase in property value since then, it should be worth substantially much more even if the roof needed repair. So I move the motion as set out in the supporting document.
You can come in there.
So, I'll sort of work backwards. Regarding the valuation, the council had it valued by an independent valuer. Twice, yeah. So I would strongly recommend that the council go with that value. I understand that perhaps its value should be more, but it's I would trust the expertise of a certain independent surveyor to make that call. Sorry, can I just borrow this? Just a few comments on the proposal. So, the legality of the receipt, yes, I agree. However, that being a lawful condition, I don't think it needs a council resolution. The investment of remaining proceeds, yes, I agree. The only thing I wouldn't recommend these amounts be approved today, Chair. The amount of 30,000 for allotment capital improvement, I don't think is in proportion with the allotment.
Councillor Rushman.
Chair, can you just clarify, are we potentially agreeing to ring fence money we don't have because no sale is final until it's final?
I think, yes, but I think that is mentioned in the proposal that this does, this proposal does hinge on the money actually being received. Obviously, if money isn't received, it isn't actioned.
Councillor Vicky.
So basically, we just said we're in a deficit of 8k, and
Yes.
we wanted to go spending, once the sale has gone through, 30k immediately.
What else can you use that money on?
No.
Bank it.
You can't.
You can't.
So, Councillor Fernie, can I just ask where this figure of 30,000 come from? Because there seems to be no working out of what fence costs and this sort of costs. So, where's £30,000 come from?
Well, you just needed a
What's
number.
your business
So
plan?
you've just had it as a number.
Yes, well, it could be amended if
That'll be
anyone
explained
wanted.
in allotment report.
This is first.
That'll be explained in allotment report, so.
So, there's fencing, which fencing? Which fencing? No, so which fencing is it?
That's all in allotment report.
Is it the boundary
This is-
fence?
So,
This
Right,
is his
no.
motion.
Because I can't vote on that without all that
This
information.
money that comes from Bank Street, it's public's money.
yes.
No, I'm asking
It
about,
cannot be used to pay bills.
No,
I don't
that's-
like that.
so
It's got to be.
That's a capital receipt, we
Yeah,
understand
so
that.
it's got to go
I
back
know.
into better the provisions what we've already
So
got.
I know, however, I want to know which fencing, which gates, what security works, where the hard standing paths are gonna be. I want to know all that, because I can't vote on anything like
You was
that
asked-
without having all
You
that
was all asked to
information.
walk around the allotment.
Yes,
With the
a
allotment
day's
order.
notice, a day's
No,
notice.
you all
The
got that
day's
notice
notice.
at that
Can I just, can I have some order, please?
And I told you, I emailed and said, I cannot at a day's notice, and the next day were rained off.
And then we
You
didn't
was
get
And
it.
then I
all
didn't get
invited.
another day.
Am I right or
So-
wrong? When
you
they were
are-
in the allotment meeting, they all asked you to go up to the allotment. That was the allotment owners, am I right?
You are correct,
You are.
and you set a date, which was a day's notice, which we said we can't go.
It wasn't days.
2 days.
You gave us then another date, which you got rained off,
Let me get it up
and
here.
then we never received anything else. Councillor Rushmere.
I think with the amount of repairs that Hemsworth Town Council need to do, I mean, we've got a lift that doesn't work, so we can't get disabled people upstairs. We've got a roof that leaks. I think the council need to actually have a proper meeting to discuss the state of our assets as a whole, as opposed to just focusing on one area, which is the allotments. When we don't have the report until later, I think this motion needs to be deferred.
It can,
Two.
You can't spend money that you don't have. The roof's been leaking
I mean, well,
for 10 years.
yeah.
I think that this is,
Basically, everything's fine. I mean, I think apart from the actual investment, everything is covered elsewhere, either in statutes or in our policies, procedures, or our
Financial regs and all that sort of stuff.
yeah. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is item 3. I wouldn't recommend that.
So what's your proposal, Councillor Fernie?
No, I've just made it.
Sorry?
Just made it.
You made your
It says
proposal?
as is.
As is,
It
okay.
is, it is. If you want to amend it, it's up to you.
How much?
I've
What
got
are
no-
you
I've-
recommending, Andrew?
I've got no seconder, so the motion's there.
It needs Andrew to recommend to full council.
Motion's failed.
It hasn't. We asked for a recommendation of Andrew.
What would you want to do, Chair?
As per the standing orders, if there is no seconder to a motion, the chair can say that motion has failed.
When did you ask for a second
I'd
motion?
not
When
need
did
to
you
ask,
ask?
it's not up to me to ask for a seconder. Councillor Fernie proposed it, I gave ample time, nobody seconded it.
No, you did not. You asked
Fernie?
You asked Councillor Fernie a question, what he wanted to do.
And he
You
said-
did not ask for anybody, if anybody was seconding him out. You just
don't
went
have to.
straight on. It's bail.
I didn't.
We asked
Don't
Andrew,
you need to wait
what is his recommendation?
I left a period of time.
No, you did not leave a period of time short.
Yeah,
We want recommendations from Kirk, please.
Time.
Okay.
With respect, Chair, every other motion that you've asked for a seconder.
So,
You actually
okay,
spoke.
so we'll have a straight-
and it will be on film.
So a straight up vote. Councillor Fernie, have you got a recommendation as per his?
As per this.
Yes. Seconder?
I'll second him.
All 4 as per the motion.
Thanks, Chair.
All those against?
Motion failed.
Abstentions.
Might be 1, yeah.
Abstentions? Yeah, motion failed. Item 8, special motion standing orders. Consider a change to standing orders. This was proposed last meeting, but we realised it needed a special motion as it was a change to standing orders. Councillor White?
So, currently we're getting agendas and minutes, sometimes day before meeting, sometimes really short notice, and it's not one file. It's like this week we've had to go through, I think it's 20 odd pages.
Can we just confirm this, with the exception of the finance report,
Before,
with the exception of the boathouse report, everything was received on Friday?
no, we've received stuff today for today's meeting.
Chair, can I can I just read out the suggested change?
Yeah.
And give my recommendation. So the suggested changes to item 3Y, no business may be transacted at a meeting unless all supporting briefings and documents have been emailed or posted by hand at least 3 clear days before the meeting, along with the summons and the agenda for the same meeting. These items must be deferred. And I'm happy to recommend that, Chair. I recommend that's approved.
Okay.
And would that not include weekends?
3 clear working days.
3 working days, okay.
Not including weekends?
They're working days, not
Working
days. Yeah. Or bank holidays.
Yeah, but
Not
this
including
were in
it, yeah,
standing
clear-
orders,
clear-
this
clear
were in
days.
standing orders prior to last year, that it was 3 working days cleared notice,
It is working.
and then you included Saturdays.
They are
Saturdays
classed
doesn't
as
include.
working days within the statute.
Yeah, so again, my recommendation is that the proposal be, as per the,
Normal meeting
as
requests.
per this be approved.
So have I got, so councillor White, would you like to propose that?
Yes, I'll propose that.
I'll second
Got a seconder, all 4?
That's unanimous, Chair.
Unanimous, thank you very much.
Today we have actually received the agenda with 1 day's notice, so
We've got both sides yesterday.
that's in the part, not in the.
Item 10, payment of account. To approve the payment of account from item 9. Sorry. Item 9, allotments. So this is in 2 or 3? This is in 3 parts, so we'll do each one singularly. So A, to receive a report on the allotments, all councillors received Councillor Whitehead's report. Is that agreed? Yeah, we did.
I don't
I
think
don't think I've seen it.
It come
They
with
were all
the,
sent out.
They were sent out on Thursday by the clerk.
it was on the email that came with the agenda. Oh,
Might got this, might be my mistake. I haven't seen it, sorry.
okay, so reports received, that's all we're doing, it is, that's all the reports.
Yeah.
Okay, report received. Item B,
Sorry, Stuart speaking, you should vote to receive it.
so vote to receive the report that Councillor Whitehead submitted.
Can I just stop you?
No,
You've got members of the public that have come for this
this
report.
is we can print the report off and give them it. This is not to read the report out, it's to we've received it. We've agreed to it, we've received it. I believe you've given this report to, staff have seen it and responded appropriately.
We've had meetings with staff and
Yeah.
we're still working with staff.
So you've got the staff responses here?
I've got them, you haven't
I've got them.
but I can send those to the councillors if
Yeah.
need be.
So we're not going to discuss it?
The motion is to receive a report. I mean, how long have we
There's
got?
proposals,
Sorry, is this report like minutes or like an actual proposal?
It's notes from the,
So these are suggestions.
notes from a meeting with the,
it's what we
allotment.
proposed for the allotment, so you're reading it, so you should be going through it.
But these are not
These members of the
proposals.
public should be able to know what we have proposed.
Well, so, but this is not, right, you can read them out, but this is not a thing to vote on these.
So
You can read them out quite happily, and I believe we've got responses from staff.
Can I just say, Carol, you'll be sent 23rd of January to me 24th and 25th, so it's 1 day's notice.
Okay, Councillor Whitehead, start reading the report, please. Your notes.
Oh my God. So we come out and we visited with
Can
your
I
residents.
just mention, we need to move progress, so I will be keeping it, I'm not taking 3 minutes, obviously.
So, can somebody print this report off and give every member at allotments a copy of this, please?
I can give it, I've got it on file, Chair, so
Yeah.
anyone who
Before the
requests
leave
it,
meeting
if-
tonight.
If they request it, they can have it.
Yeah, if people request it. So, I mean,
So,
we're happy to read through it.
A quick summary is, everything that you put to us, put a report in, we proposed what we think should happen. We did have a meeting with staff because staff are really involved in this. We spoke to staff, there's some things that we can do and some things that we can't do. We are working together to do a proposal to full council for a 4-year, what's the word? A 4-year plan. We are currently working with staff, but the problems what you have put to us, we have put to full council. Hence why we've asked for 30,000 to be ring fenced for the allotments.
Councillor Darby?
Yeah, and about this, why don't I know about it?
Because we're told that.
Eh?
Everybody's got reports, pal.
Yes, but you understand on this.
We went round the
You're a little click and
Can we just keep some order, please? Can we keep some order, please? So,
It's a click.
so can I just keep, Val, can I keep some order, please?
Clicks go both ways.
Councillor Rushmore?
How many people were actually at the allotments when you went? 'Cause I can't
Every
imagine
councillor,
single-
every
Excuse me,
councillor
I am
was a-
still talking.
Go on,
That's
then.
Yes, both ways, both ways.
How many people actually attended? Because you could say 4 people from Sandygate turned up and 2 people from Springfield turned up, and that's not really a proper rounded thing of the allotments. You can't just speak to 3 people
So,
and come up with a conclusion.
Organise a meeting in here then for each side.
we had one. And you and I, we got it, we got a little notice.
Can I just say, I have evidence, the email, because I would have liked to have gone round the allotments, because I used to have one, we had one for years, and ours were a mess when we got it. But it's character building. I received the email Friday the 23rd of January, after the meeting, to go round the allotments 24th and 25th of Jan. The 25th of Jan, you emailed to say it was cancelled because it was really bad weather. Totally agree.
How
But
many
I
peop-
can't do that at 1 day's notice.
Can I make a recommendation, Chair, that the council approves receipt of this report?
So the council, so I will propose the council approves receipt of this report, and we can get this report to members of the public if requested. Have we got a seconder for that?
I'll second it.
Yeah. All for?
I'll send it to Alexa.
Oh, yeah, send it to. Oh, yeah, be my guest. I'm looking for that.
I've got that, Chair.
Those against? Abstentions?
Can I just say why I'm abstaining from this one?
Can if you,
Right, basically, why was only certain councillors asked to meet the staff regarding allotments, right? What have they got, the other councillors haven't got?
And there was an email put out by Carol.
not to meet
I
staff.
don't get emails, and you
Sorry,
know why I don't
Not
get
to meet staff, it
emails?
wasn't.
Because of abuse I've received
You
in
keep
past.
going on about social media. Look on social media and ask to see when we arrange to meet them.
Not the social media, that's not from
You
council channels.
use social media? Everybody uses social media.
How many
It wasn't-
times have I been slagged off on
I'm
social
gonna move,
media? Right?
I'm gonna move progress. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna move. No, I'm gonna move progress.
Just 1 second, that we as councillors are told that we are not allowed to interfere with the day-to-day running of the council, yet councillors are going up on these allotments, interfering with the day-to-day running
Permission.
and staff.
Permission was granted.
Permission was sought and
We
granted.
were invited by allotment holders to
Permission
a
was sought,
big
just said
meeting.
permission was sought and granted. So moving on, so we voted to receive the vote, we've taken that vote?
Yeah.
Yeah. So item B, consider a request for livestock on an allotment.
Yeah, so, no, there is none. This is the a request for an allotment holder to purchase 2 pygmy goats to put on their allotment. And the advice from the National Allotment Society is that that shouldn't be permitted.
Are we a member of the National
Yeah,
Allotment Society?
yes.
Okay, Councillor Rushmere?
No, I just want to put across that the allotments are supposed to be for agricultural use and growing things and, for, you know, plants and vegetables and stuff.
Poultry.
These are not, it's not a petting zoo, it's not a farm. You know, unless someone's planning on eating them, why are we? Well, we're not a farm. They're supposed, you know, it's cheap rent, it's somewhere to grow plants.
Councillor Wyatt?
You've got members of public at back of that disagreeing with you, Becca. You've got horse paddocks, they are livestock.
An horse is not livestock.
There's
You can't eat a
goats,
horse.
there's goats already on them allotments.
Those paddocks are paddocks, they're not allotments.
You've just said
Can-
allotments
They
are
are-
for growing.
Right, to stop arguments, can we go through, Chair? I don't know the special dispensation for horses because they're paddocks, however, Councillor Ardacre?
Well, I've read through that report and I haven't personally got any objections to 3 little goats. I think we should be a bit more, and I'm proposing that we'll let them do it. Adam.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
There shouldn't be goats on there.
I'll have to respond through the chair.
Well, there is, and people have permission to have them on there from you lot or previous council, so.
The NAS make reference to the Allotments Act 1950, which only provides that hens and rabbits may be permitted on allotments. There's nothing in the Allotments Act regarding the animals.
Can I just
And
ask
there's-
them, that allotment holder, were they warned about this, that they couldn't have livestock on? When he signed up, he paid his own rent?
It's in the terms and conditions, I believe.
But like they've just said, Andrew, there's already goats.
That doesn't
and that,
make it correct.
Can I come through, Chair? Councillor McGuinness?
I believe the goats that are already on there it's historic. It goes back to I think 2019, 22,
Yeah.
2018, 22 council that was on. And it's historic and it's a bit difficult to
That's wrong,
take
yeah.
them off.
That's
Am I wrong?
That's
Sorry.
wrong, because the lady who's got them 2 goats have been on that allotment for
Can we
2
just,
years.
so, I think there's 2 motions going here. This is the discussion of allowing of goats. Have I got a proposal?
I'm proposing it.
I'll second that.
Hang on, we don't know who's proposing yet.
Oh, no. Well,
So what are you proposing?
I'm proposing it.
You're
Are you
proposing.
seconding me?
You're
yes,
proposing.
but
So you are proposing that it's accept that the goats are allowed?
Yes.
Right.
no, second that.
Second it. All,
I just want to put it out.
you know, just straightforward. So all for,
We're gonna end up with a farm.
Allowing the goals.
allowing the goats, effectively.
No goatism in here.
I'm upstairs. Well, I want a cow though.
I've got that chair. Thanks.
All those against?
Motion carried.
Motion carried.
May I just add that presumably that's provisional, that they're well secured. Fence, etc.
Well, yeah, but have to look at, yeah, have to look at.
Can that be put in the lease? That
So-
they're allowed to keep it?
Item C, review of livestock on allotments, just moving on.
I'll answer that later.
Item C, review of livestock on all allotments.
So review of livestock on and allotment.
On and allotment.
Chair, yeah, so again, councils have had this. In July 2019, the Recreation Committee gave permission for an allotment holder to have, and I'm quoting here, horses, ponies, donkeys, etc. on your allotment, which leaves it very, very open-ended. Effectively, that allotment holder can have any animal
What about pigs or
on
like
there, etc. Really, could, you know,
that? Regarding movement orders and things like that, which they've got to.
my interpretation of that would be any animal. I think that's a reasonable interpretation. So essentially, it's the council is to review that and decide whether it wants to leave that as is or alter that in any way, put any caveats, remove entirely. It's really up to the council if it wants to do.
Anybody got any?
Yeah, has that allotment holder actually got horses on now? He might have had them for a year and we're going to tell him now to get rid of them.
No, we're not saying that at all.
No, it's not a horse, it's a goat, it's got.
Everybody knows.
So what we're saying is that the letter basically is that open-ended, it can be interpreted any way. Do councillors want to leave the letter as it is, or do they want to basically tighten it up? So it says the committee approve your request to have horses, ponies, donkeys, etc. on your allotment. I will please responsible for the health and safety of any livestock. Cal?
So come in there, so if you've read report, that's one of things in this report, that the terms and conditions and the contracts are outdated.
Yeah.
And that is part of this. So that could be covered with terms of reference and contracts.
That's not in this motion, is it?
Well,
It's,
it could be deferred and addressed as part of everything else in the report. That's up to council's chair. It may be absolutely anything.
So could Councillor Middleton?
is there any legislation relating to how many square metres an animal requires? So like horses, ponies, donkeys, goats? Because if they've got all them on, I mean, I'm not aware of any legislation.
There's rules, there is rules about size of allotments and everything, and it's all in here, Vicky.
So per animal?
Yeah, it's
So-
your horses.
Because I've read
Yeah.
that and I ain't seen that.
And this is what I'm saying, the term of references and the contracts, and then what's up online is outdated on. We went to a meeting and we've asked for contact numbers and everything, and they said it's all there, and it is not online.
But that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If say someone comes along and has an allotment and puts a goat on and then thinks, oh, get that pony, get a donkey on, have they got enough room, them
They've got to
animals?
come to, they have to come.
What do
they
the
have to apply to
RSPCA
council.
say?
But that's not what we're saying here. We're saying
And
your carte blanche.
legislation.
This
laws.
specific motion is regarding this
It
specific.
used to be 3 allotments.
Excuse me, this is a council's meeting.
Sorry, I asked the
Okay.
question.
So this actual motion is the person,
It's basically to review.
to review that, so
Commission.
the commission is committed to approve the request to have horses, ponies, donkeys, etc. on your allotment. I would consider proposing that
It's updated.
it's, well, no, so, yes, it's updated, so not remove any animals that they've currently got, but not allowed to add any more to the council.
It needs
just to
deferring, so
explain,
we don't know how big it is.
I'm sorry if this is over-explained, by the way, that this resolution will only apply to this one allotment holder. It's to their request. It's not it has nothing to do with the general policy.
But we don't know how big that allotment is and how many animals they've got on the jam packet.
So the motion I'm saying is, the motion I would put forward is to not allow the allotment holder any more animals than they currently have until the thing's been resolved.
I don't think you do that. What if one of his horses get pregnant? You say can't have a horse? No, it's true. He signed an agreement in 2019, he wanted to change.
How's it gonna get pregnant?
Councillor Wyatt.
To cut it short, it's one person. They've got a contract.
I'm going to ask you
Yeah,
to
so
change
we
that.
need to, that's it, so how can you vote on something? It needs deferring, that one.
I think
went against
Yeah,
labelling
it needs
that.
deferring.
Okay, so how we defer it, but in the interim, so that's basically what we said, defer it in the interim period, the person cannot add any more livestock until it's,
Until we've.
so that's the motion. No more livestock until added and current, until review has taken place. That's my proposal, have I got a seconder?
I'll second that.
All for?
I'd like to say something first.
It needs deferring.
Yeah, I'm not for. Go on, Councillor Brennan.
Yes, you should be able to keep hens and
Yes.
rabbits, which are statutorily allowed.
Clarification. None of those further.
What's on there already? Like, what's already on
How
there?
many animals have they got on and how big is it?
Gerald?
In your rule, it says that
Against?
dogs on the allotment must be kept on lead.
Yeah.
Does the same apply to horses and goats?
What about stallions?
Yeah.
You mean within the public areas?
For dogs and that.
You know, like within the public areas. This is where it's all, this is where there's lots of legislation put by this different bodies.
Well, it's in the terms and conditions that it not cause a nuisance, health, yeah. So it's.
Just a quick one. So, how do we know what's on there? And who's inspecting that?
And how big is it?
And how, like Nicky said, how big is it? So if we said, no, you're not having any more, that's to stop them from doing it.
So I'll let the member of staff answer that one. Neil?
So I did the recent inspection on
Dylan, sorry.
and I said there's permission for one goat. And I went down there, there's poultry, there's a full-size goat and a pygmy goat. That's what's on there at the moment.
So is the
I've got
permission for one
pictures.
goat at this show?
Yes.
So there's a breach of the contract.
The lady in the pink, and then I'm going to go to vote.
Can I just ask, has the owner of the goat got a CPH, like, to keep their accent? And it's like with the pigs as well, you've got to have.
So-
Has he got it, right?
So I'll go back to the motion. So I'm going to propose that no more animals are to be added until the whole review's taken place of the whole, Gallagher, you seconded that, did you?
Just for that one person?
Yeah.
Yes, just that one person.
It's not
This-
all allotment?
this- yeah.
Just give him a time scale on that.
Am I disregarding the previous?
We'll re-vote because it got, yeah. So to re-vote again on that, please, so all for the proposal just made,
To defer.
to
Yeah.
no more animals defer.
That's, you know.
Unanimous, thank you very much.
But what we're gonna do, like, what's the square footage per goat, going forward?
That's the legislation.
That's to work out.
So moving on to
Terms and conditions.
moving on, item 10, payment of accounts. To approve the payment of accounts for March 2026.
Dylan?
Chair, can I just, yeah, so my recommendation, Chair, is that the council approve these, but obviously, currently, there isn't the money in the bank to pay them, but these be approved and then they can be paid when income's received.
So I would propose the recommendation to approve, but only pay once money's there in the bank. Have a, go on.
Also, this isn't going to be all of March's payments, this is going to be increased quite substantially.
Yes, well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's only the 5th of March.
Yeah,
isn't it?
what do I
So
say?
what does that?
So have I got a seconder for that proposal? To approve the payments of accounts, but obviously it's just to approve it, the accounts won't be paid until there's precepts back in the bank.
So we retrospectively approved.
No, we're gonna,
No, they've been approved in advance, they just,
Well, they're not paid
it
till
could be
April.
quite well in advance, but they'll be paid obviously when.
so have I got a seconder for that motion? All for? No. All against? Abstentions? Okay. So item 11, public question time. To receive questions from members of the public and to receive any reports from the community meetings. Julie?
I just want to go back to item 7 on the agenda, please. Thank you. At meeting, then meeting before that, the one before that. Yeah, I know it's changed in between. First of all, it was voted and passed to go to auction. Then it was voted and passed to go to the highest bidder. Are the public now allowed to know what stage is that being at the sale, please?
Yeah, so, a bid has been accepted, and the sale is currently going through.
Any other questions? This public question time, Councillor Fernie. Any other from public? Lady there?
Do you not think by allowing one person a goat and some others that have got allotments big enough not to have a goat, do you think it's not opening up a can of worms? Because it's hardly fair.
Personally, yes, I agree.
Yeah, giving one kiddie a bag of sweets saying you're not having any, it's not fair. is it?
Personally, I agree. That's why I voted against it, but this motion was carried.
Not to let people have goats.
It says the president, love, that's all.
It does, but if it says, you know, I know you're on about updating the thing where it says horses, donkeys, whatever, etc. You know, I mean,
I agree with this is why.
does that just stand for him? Because it's,
Would any other councillors like to vote it on the vote?
I would just like to say that if anybody else wishes to have any goats on the allotments, then they can apply the same as this gentleman has.
I feel like the council need to work out goat per square footage before other people start.
I think what needs to happen next is, as Councillor Carol, sorry, tired. Carol Whitehead said, there needs to be a review of the terms and conditions of the council, of the allotments, contracts, and it can be worked from then. I think what we will at least try to do is not kick animals off, maybe not allow any more, but that's for another discussion.
will they not get surcharges of £50 like they do for my horse then? That nobody knows why I actually pay that?
It would be a council's decision at the time. Gerald?
Some time ago, probably almost a year, I would think, I asked if you were going to produce a proper set of policies and procedures with regard to the allotments, and I was told, yes, it will be looked into. Now we're into this situation where you can't look and see this yard, no yard. You have to pay this or you don't have to pay.
I also think that a clear policy would stop a bit of, what's the word for it? It would make the staff, so the staff are currently being told by we're voted by councillors to stick to the rules, and then people don't like it and then they're going to go to staff, but it's the council told the staff to stick to the rules. I don't disagree with you. For whatever reason it didn't happen, but it's now going to happen again. We're going to review it.
There's no argument.
No, I agree.
We've listened to your, Gerald, we've listened to what you've said. We've looked at the terms and conditions, we've looked at the contracts. They do not suit for the allotment holders, and that's why we're saying if it's not clear enough, like you keep asking, how big has it got to be for an horse? How big has it got to be for a goat? It is not in the contracts, it's not in the terms of reference, and it should be.
Personally, it's easy. We're in the National Allotment Association. Get one of their templates and use that. That's.
Yes, but
all
there's
it
no,
is.
that's what I'm saying, Sean, there's nothing in the
And then
terms of
moving on, animals.
reference.
Well, why am I then?
So, what time is it? I'll come back to Keith.
Lady
in the back, Dad, then I'll come back to you.
Can I just say, what if you do the new contract for the allotments, can you make sure that, I'm not saying make sure, but can you put in that all the birds, the ducks, and all the animals are registered with the it's a new law coming in, it has to be that you have to do.
As I said, if we go to the National Allotment Association, based on their contracts, then they'll already be on that.
It's just helps me go right.
Yeah.
I believe they're all different now anyway.
Should be.
Yeah.
Keith, would you like to?
Yes, a question on the sale of One Bank Street.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to the notice board there?
That is a good question. But that is not Bank Street, that is Wakefield land, I believe.
No notice board.
I think it belongs to one of the supermarkets behind.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we did. But I think
So we'll still have the notice board there?
Still be there.
it's not actually part of the Bank Street building.
Right.
Gentlemen?
In regard to the allotment payments, we're very close to the end of the payment period now.
Yeah.
So is it possible to know whether we've got all the payments in or whether we're struggling with what? Because last year, they were given this period to pay 40 days, then they were given a month, then 2 weeks, and eventually the allocation of allotment only took place, I think, in August, if I'm not mistaken. Now, by my account reckoning, those allotments ought to be with the 40 days and the months grace to get off. Shouldn't be more than May before those allotments are.
I don't see so can we, that's the policy, I believe, if we don't pay, let's follow the policy, then
It's hard to follow and, yeah.
what's the word, there's no leeway, that's probably the best way of putting it.
It wasn't the case last year. I'm just asking if it's going to be the case.
So I've just said to the clerk, that's one policy that we have actually got in black and white, so I think we need to stick to that. People are given enough notice to pay, it's always the same month. It's in a month, I think it got picked in February because that's the month that council tax is generally not paid. So yeah, I agree.
It's just that the growing season is well underway. And then people get on the allotment, they can't do anything. Because it's too late in the season. Whereas if you put it back, say, to January, the payment, and then by the time you've got the payment resolved, then there will be a lot of growing season left.
We agree, yeah.
That makes sense, that.
It does. Any other questions from public? No? Okay, so item 12, exclusion of press and public. Members of the public and press to be excluded from the consideration of business of a confidential nature as per the Public Bodies Admission to Meetings Act 1960.
Let me just go back.